dag. Jeg tror ikke, den virker. Virker den? God eftermiddag og velkommen til Trapholt. Mit navn er Karen Grøn, og jeg er så heldig at få lov til at være direktør på Trapholt og sige velkommen til den her helt særlige aften. Nogle var på museet i sidste uge, hvor vi havde en kæmpe nytårskur, hvor vi havde alverdens aktiviteter og preview på noget, som vi har en ægte fernisering på i aften. Efter 7 års arbejde viser Maria Torp i aften for første gang udstillingen Shaping a Pattern. Jeg kan huske tilbage for 7 år siden, at sidde sammen med Maria i hendes lejlighed, hvor hun siger, jeg har fået den her idé. Det er som om, der er så meget med kvinders rettigheder i hele verden, og der er ikke rigtig nogen, der diskuterer det. Kan vide, om man gennem kunsten kan få igangsat en samtale. Og det her, det er jo inden MeToo og George Floyd og alverdens diskussioner om kolonialisme, som jo er kommet siden. På det her tidspunkt, der var der en vis tavshed, og der var også kvinder i Afghanistan, som havde det vanskeligt og har fået det vanskeligt siden. Det var Iran, undskyld, det var og Iran også. Og vi har... Så hvordan får vi fokus på den her problematik? Så er der også en anden baggrund, der skal til. Det er, der skal nogle moneter til, der skal noget økonomi. Og det Obelske Familiefond var meget tidligt inden at sige, vi vil gerne understøtte, at Trapholt arbejder med maleriet og maleriets virkemidler, og maleriet, som det er i dag. Og udover det Obelske Familiefond, så gik Begge-fonden, Wilhelm Diemann-fonden, Sydbankfonden, meget vigtig også, og Statens Kunstfond også ind og støttede det. Så takket være både en økonomisk støtte og et godt teamarbejde, og ikke mindst Marias indsats og Gyldendals indsats, Thin Green Line, der har lavet filmen til udstillingen, så kan vi i dag sige velkommen til en udstilling og en oplevelse ud over det sædvanlige. Så vi kan lige give dem alle sammen en hånd. Men nu har I fået nok af mig, fordi nu kunne det jo være lidt spændende at møde Maria. Og med os har vi også i dagens anledning inviteret Ziauddin Yousafzai, som er Malalas far, som er en af de personer, som har sagt ja til at indgå i projektet. Og til at moderere samtalen, der har vi jo selvfølgelig Katrine Stenum, vores kurator. Og skal vi ikke byde dem velkommen alle tre med et kæmpe applaus. Okay.
Er der lyd? Der er lyd.
Også i min.
Yes. Yes. Soundcheck complete. Jeg kommer til at gå over til engelsk nu, fordi Ziauddin Yousafzai, han taler ikke dansk. Lidt mærkeligt, men det... So from here on out, we will continue this conversation in English. And we will try and speak slowly so that everyone can follow along in our conversation. But once again, thank you so much, Ziauddin Yousafzai and Maria Torp, for being here today. We're very grateful that you are able to be here and take part in this conversation and share both of your journeys with everyone present tonight. I'm going to ask you different questions, but I'm going to start by asking you the same question. I'd love to start with you, Ziauddin Yousafzai. When when did you realize that the cause fighting for girls' and women's rights was something that was important enough for you to take on as a personal goal?
Thank you. Thank you, Katrina. Thank you, Maria. And thank you to you too. Thank you all. And I should say hi, assalamu alaikum, and go often. My name is Ziauddin Yousafzai, and the world also knows me as Malala's father, and I'm so proud of it. As you asked that why I believe in girls' education and what changed me, I wish I could understand Danish and speak it, but first I should be grateful, and I should say a big thank you to Trafalgar Museum, Karen, Katrina, Maria, everyone of your community, that the warmth, the friendship, the hospitality, and the welcoming reception that we found here is amazing. So thank you to everyone. Thank you so much. Coming to the question, I grew up in a small village in the northwest of Pakistan, and I grew up with 5 sisters and a brother. And I was born and raised in a traditional patriarchal family and in a typical patriarchal society where girls and women are supposed to stay inside the 4 walls, where girls disappear from the public eye at the age of 12, 13, where so many girls, like almost at my time, 100% were out of school. So my 5 sisters did not go to school, number 1. And not only my 5 sisters, but no other girl of the community could go to school. And there were 2 reasons. Number 1, it was a social norm that the girls should not be sent to school. They are not supposed to learn and work and have a role out of their homes. They are supposed to be wedded and then born and then raised and then married and then have kids. That's it. Becoming mother, grandmother, great-grandmother, that's all. So that was one aspect of life that I could see. And I could also see that discrimination under the same roof. Like, as a young child, I was favored. I was special because of my gender. I got milk cream in my morning breakfast because I was a boy. Mm-hmm. And when a chicken was cooked, it was like a feast. Chicken was a big thing. So the sumptuous part of the chicken, like the thighs, were given to the boys and to the male members, and the poor part went to the girls. And similarly, I had more pair of shoes, better clothes than all my 5 sisters because I was a boy. But the worst discrimination that my 5 sisters went through was their deprivation from education. While I was pursuing my dreams in a classroom in a school, they stayed home. And my 5 sisters, and not only my 5 sisters, but all girls in that village and that community could not dream beyond becoming mothers and grandmothers. And that's why I tell that in patriarchal societies, so many women die as if they were never born. And that is sad. So that was one part of my childhood life. And then I saw more stories like honor killing. Then I saw one of my cousins was born in forced marriage. And she could not come out of it because of the social taboos. And then she was shot even on her leg, and I was in hospital with her. So seeing that slavery of women, that structured slavery of women, that was a big question for me. And now you will be thinking that what changed me, I should say education, education, and education. Education changed me into the kind of person that I became later in my life. And then I believed, and also I tell people that education changed me. It made my inner being beautiful. It gave me the beautiful values of equality, respect, empathy, justice. And then, it changed my life. And I also should thank to my father, though he was not a good father for daughters, but he was great for a son. The reason was that my father was a Maulana. He was a religious leader, prayer leader in the mosque. He was not supposed to send his son to a modern education school to learn languages and mathematics and sciences. He was supposed to send his son to a madrasa only to learn Islamic education, but he was a future father for me, and that changed my life. Anyway, so that is the reason that I am a strong believer of education, and I hope I answered your question.
You did. Thank you, Ziauddin. And Maria. And same question for you, Maria. And it would be lovely if you could somehow tie it to shaping a pattern as well. But when did you realize that this was a cause that you wanted to participate in and sort of take upon yourself as well?
Well, I think I'm going to start like Ziauddin. My name is... No, I just want to start also thanking Ziauddin and also Ali Khan, who is with us tonight, and Katja Iversen, who is coming a little late. She's returning from Davos in Switzerland, and trains and planes and things were playing a trick. But I just want to really thank, first of all, Ziauddin to be here with me today to emphasize the greatness of this work that I have spent so long doing. So, coming to your question, or actually just a little one more thing. Or not one more, many more. But to start with, I also just want to say that, like Ziauddin and all the other people that I've portrayed in this project, I have not done this whole thing on my own. So I have collaborated with different photographers who have been traveling with me on my different journeys. And yes, so I'm not alone doing this myself either. And obviously Trafford and all that. All the thanking stuff we'll save for later, right?
Yeah, there will be time.
All right.
Yeah, okay.
So when I started doing this project, I think it was mainly because of the situation in Afghanistan. Because as I kind of grew more and more conscious in my grown-up life, it was sort of parallel to the situation evolving in Afghanistan. And so the injustice that I felt was just so powerful. So I figured I wanted to do a painting addressing this issue. But as I did so, I kind of also thought, what if now that I'm concerned with doing a piece of art on a certain more or less political topic, what if I brought someone in as the model for this piece of work who actually knew a lot about the situation, had her own ideas about solutions to these problems, and sort of gravitated towards actually knowing what this whole issue is about, and used this person as a model. In that way, kind of combined my artistic ambitions with the knowledge and wisdom of the 12 people that I have now portrayed. So this combination of art and advocacy, knowledge and curiosity has kind of led me to spend 7 years doing this. But I remember in my first project description, I wrote, you can see the exhibition in 2019 at Trappold Museum. It's like 6 years ago or something, 5 years ago. So a little longer, a little late, but...
Things happened.
Yes.
COVID happened.
Also.
Other things as well. And one of the things that really sort of characterize your whole project and the way that you've worked around not just the artworks but all the participants portrayed in the exhibition is that you've traveled to meet each of them individually, interviewed them, talked to them. Some of them you've lived with for several days, really getting to know them. So I want to follow up with a question to you, Maria. Maybe a little cheeky, but why did you decide to portray Ziauddin and not his daughter, Malala? And I'm going to press this, see if it works. And we can all enjoy Ziauddin's portrait here on the right and a photograph from your visit to Ziauddin's home.
Well, in the very beginning, I kind of put all the different themes that I could think of, and education for girls is obviously one of the more important ones, or equally important to so many others. And I started to brainstorm, who do I actually know within this issue, and Malala was an icon that I, of course, knew. But as in many of the other paintings, I've been interested in trying to figure out why the structures of, let's say, education for girls, what keeps these structures alive, and in a patriarchal society where these things often take place, it is clear that you want to try to reach to the men, to the fathers. And so my letter to Ziauddin, I also wrote specifically that even though I acknowledge, of course, Malala as the icon that she is, and she's doing a tremendous work for women's rights and girls' right to education, but I find it super interesting both what kind of led Malala to become this icon, what led her to be able to develop this way, but also the more I read about Ziauddin, it was very, very obvious that this was my quest, trying to understand what are the underlying structures that prevents women from, or girls from going to school. And also I will say that, sometimes it's easier if you want to follow to where change is possible. If there is an angry feminist shouting in the face of Taliban, the Taliban's going to be like, whatever. But you have a different approach, not necessarily towards Taliban, but towards other fathers in patriarchal societies, because they can relate to you. So I think it's super important if you want to try to sort of figure out where can change actually happen. This is the place. This is where change happens.
Well, thank you, Maria. And yeah. And Ziauddin, I think I sort of have two questions in one, but first of all, why did you agree? I'm sure you are approached many, many times a week by different people asking you to participate or be in interviews or other things. Why did you agree to participate in Maria's art project? And how do you see art like Maria's paintings, or Ali Khan, who's here today, who's a poet? How do you see the role of art in activism?
Thank you. Both very good questions. I remember that it was December 2021 when you wrote an email to one of our Malala Fund office bearer, and she forwarded that email to me, that there is a request for you from this lady. I didn't know her at all. And when I read the email, so there were it was quite comprehensive, so you should keep on that work. You write so beautifully. The email was quite comprehensive because the first very line, she said that I'm contacting you because I'm working on a global artwork to highlight women's and girls' rights. That was very important for me. A person, a man who has given his life to this campaign or advocacy of women and girls' rights, seeing that line caught my eyes. And then she also mentioned about the details of this global art project, that how she is featuring 11 more people who have contributed to gender equality. And when I saw those names from grass top to grassroots, it was so exciting, like all those sung heroes and unsung heroes. And not from one part of the world, from different part of the world. So for me, it was like a representative global art project. And for the first time, I saw that thing. It might be in your knowledge, but it was not in my knowledge. And it is not in my knowledge until now. So this was something very big for me. And lastly, he wrote in the last paragraph of the email that I'm keen about you as a daughter's father. Mm-hmm. And that also was very interesting for me, because somebody asked me that what's your big achievement in life? And I told that my biggest achievement is the father of a non-daughter in a patriarchal society. Yeah. Where daughters go without any identity, with no visibility. She's known all over the world, and that's my biggest honor and pride and recognition. So those were the things that attracted me towards this project. And with every passing day, then I found it more exciting, more interesting, deeper, and also more meaningful, to be honest. Like when I look at this project, if you allow me to speak a bit longer about it, you should speak for yourself, not me. But how I look at it is like these 12 individuals are not just 12 individuals, not 12 people with just flesh and blood and faces. These 12 individuals have 12 stories. And every story is a struggle, is a moment in their own way. So shaping all those, bringing all those together, also it gives a strong message that these people in different parts of the world, like in their own regions, in their own societies, they are working for gender equality. We call it feminism or whatever. They are working for one cause, and the cause is justice and equality, gender equality especially. So this is such an amazing project, honestly, and I hope from this museum, it is hosted now, and it will be traveling to the different parts of the world, and this voice will be amplified. This will be amplified. This will be taken. This message will be taken, because this art carries a big message with it, and I believe that the community here, old, young, every age of people, they will also get inspired with it. And also, you asked, the second part of your question was,
how do you see the role of art in activism?
So, as you mentioned, that sometimes we are angry, and we have a right to be angry. Honestly, in this world, sometimes you see horrible things. Sometimes you see things that, as a human being, you ask your own humanity. Like you ask your own self that, oh, I'm a human being, and some humans are doing this thing to other human beings for nationalism or for tribalism or for sectarianism or for difference in faith, anything. And then you feel so angry. Yeah. That we should not do it, because they are from your species. But my experience tells me that we have a right to be angry, but the soft power of art, the soft power of speaking, the soft power of poetry, fine arts, all kind of, it's very powerful. Because we have a poet in Pashto, and he says that water is so soft. You see, water. It is one of the softest things, but it brings cracks in stones. It can bring. How can I explain it in English? Like you see, like big stones have like there are signs of water. The change. I should say shortly. Water change hard stones.
Yeah.
So if water changes hard stones, we can change people with poetry, with music, and with your beautiful art. Thank you. I think it was so long.
Thank you for that. We are running out of time. In like maybe 10 words, Maria, can you just tell us?
I took your time, I'm sorry.
No,
That's
don't
okay.
worry. I will have to do a tape. 9 and a 13.
Okay.
When you enter the exhibition, you're going to see that Ziauddin Yousafzai's portrait is special among the others because it's the only one that is not a painting. It's actually a drawing with a pencil. And can you just really, really briefly...
No, I'm sorry, not possible. When did I ever say anything really briefly to you? Or to anybody?
When you're hungry. Just share with us as well as you can. Why did you not paint Ziauddin like the others? Why did you draw him with a pencil?
It was the right tool, because a pencil is something that you use in school, so like that's the very short version. And also I really just felt like it. But I felt very strongly about it, that it had to be the pencil. And also because it was new to me. I didn't know how to draw, actually. Okay. So I was like checking out...
I look at it in a different way. I mean, I should not interpret for you. I personally think that she drew me with a pencil because I'm unfinished yet. My work is not finished yet. There are 122 million girls all around the world who are not in school. And it is Malala's dream, Malala Fund's dream, my dream, and the dream of all of you that we need to bring all those girls to schools to receive free, safe, and quality education. So I have a lot of work to do, and this pencil work is great. Like it's like a green apple. It has to grow further. So I see the possibilities, the probabilities of growth, further growth.
I think it becomes present in a different way. Sometimes with oil paint, you also sometimes create a sort of a distance, because the paintings are made out of layers and layers and layers of paint. So the drawing is actually just one layer. So somehow there is also another intimacy with the pencil. You know, you kind of get closer to the image. Yeah. I've found,
But lastly, I should...
Maybe I should paint
Thank you so
also.
much for, like you said, that one of your motivation was situation in Afghanistan. And this art exhibition and all your art about feminism, gender equality is very relevant in today's Afghanistan's world.
Absolutely.
Because right now, 2.5 million girls are not allowed to go to secondary schools and universities. Taliban have established the kind of regime which is gender apartheid. Girls are not allowed to go to schools, to universities, to a place of work, to go to public places like a lake, like a park, and this is sheer gender apartheid kind of system. We all condemn it, and we all should speak and stand with the girls of Afghanistan that they can go back to their schools. And thank you so much for thinking of this.
Yeah, I agree, of course.
Well said, and thank you, Ziauddin, and thank you, Maria, so much. Let's give them a very big applause.
Thank you, Maria. Congratulations.
And
congratulations.
You too. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Nu springer vi over til dansk igen, og nu skal I nok snart få lov til at se udstillingen, som jeg er sikker på, I er meget, meget spændte på. Men inden da, der har vi noget helt særligt til jer alle sammen. Der bliver ved med at blive nævnt en person, der hedder Ali Khan, og I har måske tænkt, hvem er det? Det er sådan, at i Pakistan, der har man en stor tradition for at holde forsamlinger, hvor poeter reciterer digte. Og gennem digtets sprog, der får man formuleret og diskuteret og formidlet store og svære problemer og muligheder. Det gør vi jo også i Danmark med digtning. En vigtig kunstform. Men vi har ikke samme tradition for at samle folk på universitetet og i forsamlinger, hvor der skal laves store beslutninger med masser af mennesker, der sidder og lytter til poesi. Og en af de største og mest lysende stjerner på den himmel i Pakistan er Ali Khan. Og han er så kendt, at på et tidspunkt, hvor han også bliver taget ind af politiet, der forsamles folk uden for politistationen og kræver ham løsladt. Fordi det er jo ikke uden en pris at være den poet, som igen og igen stiller sig op, både på tv og i store forsamlinger, og reciterer for kvinders rettigheder. Og for os i dag, der vil han recitere et af hans centrale digte. Hej, Katja Iversen er kommet. Og jeg tror, det kommer op på skærmen, fordi at det bliver jo selvfølgelig reciteret på Pashtun, på hans eget sprog. Men det er blevet oversat af Hamayan Masud. Ja. Og sådan så, at vi kan følge med i teksten, som jo, hvis jeg må fremhæve nogle ting, så handler det jo, O 21st century, grant me my rights. Og i digtet vil vi høre om, at bound by countless norms, where I've long been, eller empower me to break these stifling doors. Bring forth a world where thinking unites, spreading knowledge, unbinding humankind. I seek to live on earth, not in the skies. O 21st century, grant me my rights. Og det er et digt, som handler om kvinder og kvinders rettigheder i hele verden. Og man kan også putte digtet ind over både Maria og Marias projekt. Så mine damer og herrer, tag imod Ali Khan, og som reciterer for os alle sammen.
My English speaking is very weak, but my feeling is strong. Feel me. So first of all, thanks to Denmark, thanks to Trapholt Museum, and especially Katrine, Karen, dear Maria, and my spiritual mentor and my ideal personality, Mr. Ziauddin Yousafzai. And thank you, all of you. I am very impressed for you people from your humanity, especially from your love. I'm very thankful to you. This poem especially, this is unfortunately پکار د چې دا جنکو لیکلی وی خو لکه د بدقسمتۍ نه دا ما لیکلی دی او د هغو خبره زه کومه.
Composed by a girl, not me, but he is speaking for kind of. This is not an ideal world, you see. Okay. Anyway, we need many lies. Yeah.
Thank you. زه په څلورو دیوالونو کې بندي پیغله یم، زه په بې شمېره رواجونو تېزندې پیغله یم، تړلی شوي د سماج په غوړندې پیغله یم، زه د رسمونو په پنجرو کې یم قیدي پیغله یم، چې زه پې سیل د جهانو کما سانګونه راوړه، ای یویشتمې صدۍ مال مې حقونه راوړه، زما حقونه یې تروړلي د معصومه یمه، زه چاپېرچل کې خپل حقونو نه محرومه یمه، د چا په لاس د جبر ښکار یمه مظلومه یمه، د هوا لور یم د ادم د زوی محکومه یمه، بس زه د علم نارې اوازونه راوړه، ای یویشتمې صدۍ مال مې حقونه راوړه، د نوي دور په ګودرو ګډېدل غواړمه، د وخت سرود کې نغمې خپلې اورول غواړمه، د منفي فکر سرحدونو نه وتل غواړمه، بنیاد پرستو د پنجرو نه الوتل غواړمه، چې دروازې پې بندې ماتې کم لاسونه راوړه، ای یویشتمې صدۍ مال مې حقونه راوړه، په سپینه ډاګه مې د تورو په تور ما قتلوي، ما مې د خپل حق د غوښتلو په شور ما قتلوي، بس دی ما نوره په ګناه د خپل رور ما قتلوي، ما د مذهب پښتو غیرت په پیغور ما قتلوي، دا شدت نرم کړه د فکر بدلونونه راوړه، ای یویشتمې صدۍ مال مې حقونه راوړه، د جاهلیت تورو تیارو نه راوتل غواړمه، زه ګام په ګام رڼا د علم خورول غواړمه، د ژوند ښکلا کې خپله برخه اخیستل غواړمه، صلاحیت مې خپل نړۍ ته ورښودل غواړمه، زه ورته لارې جوړوم ته مکتبونه راوړه، ای یویشتمې صدۍ مال مې حقونه راوړه، زه سپورو سڼو له ګلونه درننه غواړمه، رنګارنګ زرق برق لباسونه درننه غواړمه، زه ځمکه غواړم اسمانونه درننه غواړمه، په خپل ښایست ډک کتابونه درننا غواړما چې زما نوم پکې انسان وي کتابونه راوړه یویشتمې صدۍ مال مې حقونه راوړه چې زما نوم پکې انسان وي کتابونه راوړه یویشتمې صدۍ مال مې حقونه راوړه. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Katja kan godt lige nå at sige noget, ikke? Hvad?
Nej. Det er til under middagen.
Okay, det ved du godt. Okay.
Yes.
Så nu er vi igennem programmet, og vi ved, at I har stået op længe. Vi glæder os helt fantastisk meget til at få jer op i udstillingen. Nogen skal til middag kl. 19, og som altid synes vi, det er dejligt at starte i fællesskab. Så er det dejligt, hvis man måske er der lidt før, sådan så at vi ligesom kan gå til makronerne på samme tid. Men med den her fantastiske oplevelse og introduktion til udstillingen, så vil vi i fællesskab gerne erklære udstillingen åben. Og ønske jer en rigtig, rigtig god aften alle sammen. Og tak fordi I kom og forcerede 3 cm sne over hele Danmark. Det er vi meget, meget taknemmelige for. Ja, det er godt. Ja, du skal sige noget.
Op. Sådan. Jeg vil bare sige, Katja, som står heromme bag os her, hun er fløjet fra Davos i morges, det blev cancelet, så købte hun et nyt flybillet, og så røg hun hen, og så var toget fra Kastrup aflyst, og så må hun tage et andet tog, og hun er ankommet her meget, meget sent i, i aften, eller her sent i programmet, og det var også selvfølgelig... Det var meningen, hun skulle have startet hele aftenen med at komme med en tale og så videre. Så jeg vil bare lige sikre mig, Katja, om du måske lige havde lyst til, om I har I tålmodighed til lige at tage sådan 5 minutter mere, fordi det er alligevel ret dejligt, at hun har gjort sig den ulejlighed.
Jamen tak skal I have, og undskyld forsinkelsen. Det her, som I skal op og se nu, det er en vigtig udstilling. Den er ikke bare imponerende, den er ikke bare lækker, den er vigtig. Den er vigtig her i Kolding, den er vigtig i Danmark, og den er vigtig i hele verden, og alle de steder, den skal hen de næste 5 år. Hvor mange af jer har en søster? Min, hun er her. Hvor mange af jer har en yndlingstante? Hvor mange af jer har en datter? Hvor mange af jer synes, at jeres søster og jeres yndlingstante og jeres datter skal have de samme rettigheder, de samme muligheder som onkler og brødre? Er det jer alle sammen? Har I alle sammen hånden op? Er der nogen, der ikke har hånden op? Jeg er glad for, at det var i hvert fald næsten jer alle sammen. Fordi det betyder, at der er forandring på vej, fordi sådan er situationen ikke i dag. Ikke i verden, og ikke i Danmark. Og jeg vil ikke bombardere jer med statistik, men bare lige en enkelt.
Det vil tage 286 år, før der er ligestilling i verden, ifølge FN. Danmark, hvor vi ellers plejer at sige, at vi er cirka verdensmester til det hele, vi klarer os ikke særlig godt på det. Vi er faktisk uhyggeligt bagefter dem, som vi sammenligner os med. Men det kan I være med til at ændre. Og det kan den her udstilling være med til at ændre. Så jeg er lige kommet ned fra Davos op i de schweiziske bjerge. Der var 3.000 af verdens mest magtfulde og rigeste mennesker sammen. Og de skulle diskutere verdens tilstand og hvordan vi skal ændre den. Og jeg var der så som CEO for, altså administrerende direktør for FN-museet UN Live. Og jeg skulle overbevise alle de her om og tale om, hvorfor kunst, kultur, populærkultur, film, musik, sport og kunsten som her er vigtig, hvis vi vil forandre verden. Det er den jo, fordi vi kan nå via kunst og kultur og populærkultur, kan vi nå millioner af mennesker. Af dem, som vi ikke kan nå, når vi står lige her, men vi kan nå så mange, som kan lave en forandring. Og det er en måde at engagere på, fordi kunst og kultur, i modsætning til data og fakta, det får os til at føle. Og når du kombinerer det der med at tænke og føle, så er kimen lagt til handling. Det der med, at vi kan føle empati for andre. Vi kan føle indignation over uretfærdigheder, som jeg også tror, I har følt i aften og vil se op i udstillingen. Og vi kan få inspiration til at handle og til at gøre noget, til at forandre. For hvis vi vil se en sundere, hvis vi vil se en bedre, hvis vi vil se en mere retfærdig verden, en mere lige verden, uden krig, en verden, hvor vi passer på hinanden, også selvom folk ser anderledes ud end os. Vi passer ikke kun på vores egne, vi passer også på hinanden og på planeten. Både for vores børn og børnebørns skyld, men også for hele menneskeheden og hele planeten. Der skal vi både kunne tænke og føle og handle. Der ligger kimen til at rette uret. Og det kan vi alle sammen. I det store og i det små. Nogle gange kan vi godt føle, det er lidt uoverskueligt. Men i familien og i lokalområdet, i dagligdagen, på den store klinge, økonomisk og politisk. Ingen kan gøre alt, men alle kan gøre noget. Og i forhold til ligestilling, i forhold til naturen og planeten, i forhold til det sammenhold og den sammenhængskraft i verden, som vi er ved at se gå fløjten, der spiller I en kæmpe rolle. Det kan I, det kan vi, det kan kunsten, det kan kulturen, tænke, føle og handle. Vi skal alle sammen bruge de gaver, vi har fået, eller groet og dyrket. Og det er lige præcis det, Maria hun gør i den her udstilling. Hun bruger sit helt unikke talent, bruger kunsten til at kaste lys på et emne, og til at få os til at tænke og føle, og forhåbentlig handle. Så det er en optimistisk udstilling. Selvom vi kan sige, altså situationen for ligestilling i verden er ikke ligefrem køn, vel? Så er det en optimistisk udstilling. Det er en smuk udstilling, det er en tænksom udstilling, det er som sagt en stærk og en vigtig udstilling. For den handler, også selvom den handler om nogle af verdens største uretfærdigheder. Udstillingen, som vi vil opleve, er en rejse. Det er en rejse rundt i verden. Det er en rejse i emner. Det er en rejse i levet liv, i historier. Og det er en rejse for os. It's a journey for us who have been portrayed. Og det har også været en rejse for Maria. Da Maria kom til mig for snart 5 år siden og fortalte om projektet og sagde, at hun gerne ville følge mig og mit arbejde i en god rumtid, og hun ville male mig på den her hyperrealistiske måde, så var jeg måske ikke helt begejstret. Altså at lukke sådan en vild fremmed og en lidt vild kvinde med en meget vild idé ind, og også have hende boende en uge i New York, det var sådan lidt okay. Og skulle se sit uperfekte selv med hår i næsen, blæst op i 2 meter gange 1,5 meter hyperrealistisk maling. Det var sådan lidt, nej tak. Men Maria, hun er vild, og hun har ild i maven, og hun smitter. Og jeg havde jo også set fra mine 3 årtiers arbejde med at ændre verden, hvad for en rolle kunst og kultur spiller. Og vi har presset på det længe, og jeg havde sagt, at man er også nødt til at prøve noget nyt, ellers så får vi ikke et nyt resultat. Så mit næble til et njæble til et ja, og blev til et rungende ja, da jeg kunne se og mærke visionen i det. Og så stillede jeg hele mit netværk og min tid og kom med som advisor og tog med på rejsen som en advisor. Undervejs, så er vi blevet nære. Vi har begge to været på en foranderlig, nogle gange hård, men også forunderlig rejse. Og det har været sjovt. Altså det er lidt sjovt, at jeg så i dag, jeg kom inden fra maskinen og magtrummet i ligestilling, og i dag så leder jeg altså FN-museet og arbejder med kunst og kultur for at forandre verden. Og Maria, som jo ikke vidste særlig meget om gender equality, det vil jeg godt, eller ligestilling, det vil jeg godt den første til at sige. Hun var meget energisk. Men du ved alt muligt nu, og kender emnerne, og kalder dig feminist. Det er jo dejligt, og det er I jo også. Det har jeg jo lige selv sagt. For alle dem, der tror på, at piger og kvinder i al deres store mangfoldighed har lige rettigheder og skal have lige muligheder, de er feminister. Så det skal I ikke være bange for. Så det er en vigtig udstilling. Den kan inspirere, den kan skabe forandring for piger og kvinder. I kan skabe forandring for piger og kvinder fra hele verden. Tak for det. Og tak til Trapholt, tak til Karen, til Katrine, til Anna, til alle sammen. Og tak til de fonde, som tror på, at kunst skal have social forandring. Jeg vil gerne tale med jer bagefter. Men mest af alt, tak til den store og vigtige kvinde og den store og vigtige kunstner, som står bag det og som står lige der. Tak for at ture, Maria. Også selvom det var fremmed territorium, og også selvom det har kostet, og det har det ved jeg, på mange måder. Tak for at tro på, at vi kan forandre verden. Hvis vi ikke vil, hvem skal så? Og tak for at tage mig med på rejsen. Det har været en fornøjelse, og mest af, og vi er blevet venner undervejs.
Det var en god tale. Og nu tager vi din mikrofon. Til middagen. Ja. Nu tror vi nok, vi vil være ved vejens ende, men vi er her endnu, så I kan jo bare komme op til os. Og nu vil vi bare sige tusind tak, fordi I er kommet. Det er jo, det er jo ikke noget ved at lave museum og kunst, hvis ikke der er nogen til at opleve det. Så tak fordi at I er kommet her i aften, og bliv hængende og nyd udstillingen og del den med andre og kom tilbage igen, fordi der er meget at komme efter. Tusind tak til jer alle sammen, og tak Katja Iversen og Ziauddin og Maria Torp og Katrine, og Katrine op på podiet også, og så bukker vi en sidste gang, og så har I fri. Tak for i aften. Ja, kigger I.